New York and the first days away from home. Jamie Dornan learns to grow up again. New York, Day 3. It was colder than Jamie remembered. The wind blew across the avenue, carrying the smell of coffee, the sound of car horns, and the voices of people, all blending together like a great harmony of the city that never sleeps. Jamie pulled up the collar of his coat and walked out of the hotel near Central Park, where the studio had arranged for him to stay for the first 3 months. He took a deep breath of the unfamiliar air, but his heart was drawn elsewhere. To London. To the house with the laughter of his 3 daughters. To the way Amelia's hair tickled his neck every morning. To the smell of the mint tea she drank every night. A cold wind swept by. Jamie muttered, as if talking to himself. "I miss you, Amelia." First day in America, Jamie is not used to the silence. In the hotel, everything was luxurious, perfect, comfortable. But it was cold. And empty. He opened the suitcase. Jacket, shoes, script, laptop, everything was in its place. The only mess was the picture of Amelia and the 3 children that Jamie always kept in the smallest pocket of his jacket, a habit he had picked up since they were dating. He placed the frame on the table next to the bed. It was the first moment that made the room feel less empty. But as the night fell, Jamie felt something squeeze his chest. A lack he had forgotten for years, loneliness. Not lonely because there was no one. Lonely because he left behind a world of warmth in London. He leaned his head against the wall, closed his eyes. "Jamie, calm down. This is Amelia and I's choice. You two work together. No one leaves anyone behind." But it wasn't easy to acknowledge reason. And missing home, missing his wife, missing his kids, is not something that can be controlled by reason. Day 2, set, pressure, and the first video call. Day 2 began with a 4-hour meeting with the director, producer, and co-star. Jamie loved this job, he really loved acting. But at lunch, watching his colleagues video call their families, Jamie felt a pang in his heart. He pulled out his phone. "Call Amelia, video." Amelia picked up immediately, as if she had been waiting all morning. "Jamie, are you on set yet?" "Yes, everything's fine, it's just..." Jamie looked at her through the screen, her brown hair loose, her face makeup free but still beautiful in that way only Amelia could be. "I miss you." Amelia smiled, a smile so warm it melted the New York wind. "I miss you too. But you're doing what you love. I'm proud of you." Then the 3 kids jumped onto the screen, competing to say, "Daddy, I'm telling you about school." "Daddy, I ate all my lunch today." "Daddy, Mom made really good spaghetti today, come home soon." Jamie laughed, for the first time in 2 days, his laugh not tinged with sadness. Evening, Jamie walks alone in New York and feels grown. After the script reading, Jamie doesn't go back to the hotel right away. He decides to walk along Central Park. Yellow streetlights, dry leaves crunching underfoot, cold air seeping through his clothes. He remembers his 20s, when he wandered alone in London, Los Angeles, other strange cities. He thought then, "I'm strong because I can be alone." But now, with his heart healed and knowing true love, Jamie realizes, "I'm strong because I know I have a place to return to." He stops in front of the lake, looks at the reflection of the lights, then says softly into the phone, "Amelia, I'm living for both of us. I'll do this well. And you'll hear the first track of the album soon." He sent a text message in a hoarse voice. "I love you, so much that the distance doesn't make me doubt it." Day 4, homesickness no longer weakens him, but strengthens him. Jamie begins to get used to the rhythm of New York life. Morning, exercise. 9 a.m., script meeting. Afternoon, costume fitting. Evening, dialogue rehearsal. Night, video call with Amelia and the kids. But instead of feeling tired, Jamie feels fine. Not pretending to be fine. I really am fine. He carries a family photo frame in his backpack to the studio. A colleague asks, "You brought your family with you?" Jamie smiles. "Yeah, that way I never feel completely away from home." The co-star laughs. "Do you love your wife that much?" Jamie replied without thinking. "I love her so much that all my best performances start with thinking about her." That statement silenced everyone for a few seconds. Not because it was cheesy, but because it was so true that no one could argue. But on the fifth day, the real challenge came. That evening, Jamie received a text message from Amelia. "I'm a little tired today. I've probably worked too much." "Don't worry, I'm fine." Jamie froze. He called right away. Amelia picked up, smiling, but Jamie saw the exhaustion in her eyes. "Amelia, I'm not okay. Just a little dizzy. I'll go to bed early." Jamie wanted to fly back to London immediately. "Should I?" Amelia shook her head. "Jamie, I'm working. Don't come back worried. I promise I'll be fine tomorrow." But as she spoke, Jamie felt his throat tighten. He understood. This was the moment he was tested, not by distance, but by love. That night, Jamie makes his most mature decision. He calls the producer, says clearly, "I need to be in London for the weekend. Just one day. I'll be right back." The producer asks, "Is your wife okay?" Jamie replies, "She says she's okay. But my heart says, I need to be there." And they agree, because Jamie is never late, never annoying, never unprofessional. Friday, surprise flight back to London. Jamie didn't tell anyone. He only brought a small backpack, a jacket, and a family photo frame. After a 7-hour flight, Jamie stood in front of his house in the early morning. He opens the door quietly. Amelia is sleeping on the sofa, the blanket draped loosely. She's tired, but still beautiful in a way that makes Jamie feel his heart ache with love. He came closer, knelt down, and pulled back the hair that had fallen on her cheek. Amelia, startled, opened her eyes. "Jamie?" "Yes, it's me." She sat up, tears welling up immediately. "You are really coming back?" Jamie hugged her. "I'm coming back because you're my home." That morning, Amelia said the sentence that made Jamie understand that they had overcome the challenge. Amelia leaned her head on his chest, whispered, "Jamie, I'm tired because I miss you. Not because I'm sick." Jamie was silent for a second. Then smiled, the most beautiful smile he had. "Then you came back at the right time." Amelia put her arms around his neck. "Jamie? I don't need you to give up your role. I just need to know that, wherever you are, you'll come back to me." Jamie squeezed her in his arms. "I'll always come back." The ordeal didn't drive them apart, it made them stronger. The next day, Jamie flew back to New York. But this time, he didn't feel alone. He left with a heart full of peace, confidence, maturity, and a love deeper than it had ever felt before. Amelia stood at the door, watching the plane cross the gray sky, not sad, just warm. Because now, she knew. Distance is just geography. And love, it was right where it needed to be.